you see me, but you only see what I let you. Smile so soft you don't notice the play. Already 3 moves ahead of what you say. Don't need to raise a hand to win the room. Let you think you're leading, walk you to the tomb. Every word I give you is a door I chose. You walk right through it, never sensing the rose. Has thorns underneath where the petals show. I am what you want me to be, that's all you know. Read you in the glance, every tell on your face. While you're busy guessing, I already placed the whole board around you. You just can't see, that's the oldest trick. You trust what looks sweet. You think you call me, but I let you close. I'm a fox in a smile that nobody knows. Show you a face, keep the real one hid. You saw what I wanted, that's all that you did. That's all that you did. Charm isn't weakness, it's a blade you don't clock. A soft voice can move what a fist never unlocks. Let them underestimate the curve of a grin. The ones they don't fear are the ones who slip in. I don't chase, I draw you to come to me. Base so pretty you call it your own idea. See, by the time you feel the shift is done, you were playing my game thinking that you won. 9 lives of patience in a single stare. I can wait you out, I got time to spare. The loud ones burn fast, I just simmer and bend. The fox doesn't fight, it decides how things end. You think you caught me, but I let you close. I'm the fox in a smile that nobody knows. Show you a face, keep the real one hid. You saw what I wanted, that's all that you did. Look closer. No, that's still the mask. You'll never reach the rest. Everybody's got a face, they show the light. I've just got 9 and I switch them on sight. Not lying, just never giving you all. Mystery's the leash and I let it fall slack till you leaning close, then I take it back. You wanted to solve me, that was the snare, the one and I know it's how I got you there. Some call it cold, keeping that much unseen. I call it surviving on my own, which clean. Never show my hand in a light full of wolves, so I smile soft and I let them assume my fox lives long by being hard to read. That's not a trick, that's everything I need. You think you call me, but I let you close. I'm the fox in a smile that nobody knows. Show you a face, keep the real one hid. You saw what I wanted, and that's all you did. You think you see me, but you never did. Which one am I? The one you needed to see. Change my shape to fit the room I'm in. Soft for the gentle, sharp for the grin, not two-faced. I got however many it takes, a different key for every lock that breaks. You met one version and you thought that was all. Never saw me shift when you turned down the hall. The face I wore for you was real enough, just not the whole of what I'm made of. People show you what they wanna be true, so I become the thing that gets me through. Survival's an art of reading the air, then becoming exactly what's wanted there. You don't know which face is the real me. I change like the light on the water you see. Every shape I wear is a door, not a lie. You met can't shift, get stuck in one mode. Easy to read, so they're easy to fold. Me, I flow like I'm made out of smoke. Grabbing my shape and it slips through your stroke. Not running from who I am at the core. Just learn the rest of the world wants more than the truth. They want a reflection of them, so I give them the mirror and win in the end. You'll never pin down a thing made a change. The fox stays free, cause it's always strange. What you can define, you can't control. That's how I kept the whole of my soul. You don't know which face is the real me. I change like the light on the water you see. Every shape I wear is a door, not a lie. You met who you needed. You never asked why. Reach for me. I'm already someone else. There's a freedom in never being just one. Can't be cornered if you're hard to pin down. Become the soft when the soft is the play. Become the storm when they're blocking the way. Not lost in the shift and I know where I stand. The core stays still while the surface expands. Like water takes the shape of the cup but stays itself when you pour it back up. Let them think they figured the angle I'm at. I've already moved, I was never just that. Fox lives, 9 lives in a single skin. That's the guys and you'll never get in. You don't know which face is the real me. I change like the light on the water you see. Every shape I wear is a door, not a lie. You met who you needed. And you never asked why. Which one am I? You'll never know. Follow the light. That's your first mistake. Follow the light. That's your first mistake. A pale blue flame floating low in the night. You chase it cause it's pretty, that's the bite. Foxfire don't warm you, it just leads you on deeper in the dark till the path is gone. I don't have to push you, just have to glow. You walk to me yourself, nice and slow. The prettiest light is the one you should fear, but you keep on coming, drawn in, drawn near. Every step you take, you think it's your choice. You're chasing the flicker, you're chasing my voice. By the time the cold sets into your skin, you're too far out to be walking back in. Chase the foxfire, glowing in the black. It pulls you forward, there's no path back. A light with no warmth, just a beautiful trap. You followed it freely, that's the only fact. That's the only fact. The Lord works best when it looks like a gift. A glow in the dark when your spirits need lift. Desperate eyes always follow the shine, so I float a little brighter down the line. Not forcing a thing, that's the art of it all. The willing ones walk to their own downfall. I'm the wish you wanted answered out loud. The light that appeared when you cried in the crowd. Hope the best bait, it baits his own hook. You filled in the rest with one hopeful look. Foxfire just blows, it don't have to chase. You bring yourself in at your very own pace. Chase the foxfire, glowing in the black. It pulls you forward, there's no path back. A light with no warmth, just a beautiful trap. You followed it freely, that's the only fact. Closer, warmer, no, colder. There's power in being the thing they perceive. pursue. You never have to move when they come to you. The glow does the work that the hands never could. I learned that lore young in the dark of the wood. Not cruelty exactly, just how things go. The ones chasing light tend to reap what they sow. I didn't lie, I just shone in the night. You wrote the whole story of where it would lead. Called it a promise, called it your need. A flame doesn't owe you the warmth you assume. You follow the glow and you sealed your own doom. Foxfire keeps burning, pale, patient and slow. The next one's already chasing the glow. Chase the foxfire, glowing in the black. It pulls you forward, there's no path back. A light with no warmth, just a beautiful trap. You followed it freely, and that's the only fact. Follow the light. By the time you noticed, it was already too late. Trick you, I let you trick yourself. Just set the stage and step back on the shelf. You see what you hope, you hear what you want. I only nudge a little soft and nonchalant. A whisper here, a knowing look there. Pretty soon you're building castles in there. I never promised a single thing out loud. You filled in the gold and you sold yourself proud. The best deception's the one you author alone. I just hand you the pen and let you drone on about a future I never did say. You beguiled yourself, I just got out the way. I don't have to lie to lead you astray. You believe what you want, I just point the way. Soft as a whisper, sweet as a while. You fooled your own self, I just made you smile. What force never could. A little warmth where they're misunderstood. Everybody's starving to feel like the one, so I make you feel chosen, and then it's done. Not even made you smile. By the time you notice, you've done it to yourself. It took 9 lifetimes to become this. Didn't get this all by being quick to the fight. Got here outlasting every challenger in sight. One tail for each century I survived. Each one a war I outlived, out connived. The young ones flash, they burn out by dawn. I watched 1,000 of them come and gone. Patience is the power they never understood. Time is the weapon I hold in my hand. I don't prove a thing, I got nothing to show. The ones who know, and that's all I owe. Rank like mine isn't loud, it's just there. A weight in the room, a shift in the air. 9 tails earned over lifetimes of war. I don't announce it, you feel it at the core. The young burn bright and they're gone by the day. I'm the ancient one, I just had to outstay. When you've seen it all twice, nothing shakes you, you don't roll the dice. You move slow cause you've already won. Watch the same story play out in the sun 100 times over, you know how it ends. So you sit very still while the desperate one spends all of their fire trying to make you react. I just watch and I wait, that's the fact. Power that's ancient, don't flinch, don't perform. It's the eye, not the wind in the heart of the storm. 9 tails, don't twitch for a small time threat. The ones who last longest are the ones who forget how to panic. I burned that out long ago. Now I just am, and the room seems to know. 9 tails earned over lifetimes of war. I don't announce it, you feel it at the core. The young burn bright and they're gone by the day. I'm the ancient one, I just had to outstay. You get there by living to fight another day, knowing which battles to walk away from clean. The longest game is the one nobody's seen. I buried the ones who were stronger than me. They swung for the fences, I bent like a tree. Outlived the storm that snapped them in two. That's a power that's quiet, that's a power that's true. Each tale's a scar that turned into a crown. Each one a time I refuse to go down. 9 lives of learning to read and to wait. Now I am the patient hand of fate. 9 tails earned over lifetimes of war. I don't announce it, you feel it at the core. The young burn bright and they're gone by the day. I'm the ancient one, and I'm here to stay. It took 9 lifetimes, and I'm still here. Everything you're sure of, look again. really quite there. A trick of the light, a shape in the air. I show you a world and you swear that it's real. Build your whole plan on a thing I conceal. Move the pieces while your eyes follow the shine. You're watching the left while I work the right line. The truth was a fog, I just thickened the touch. You did the rest, you always do too much. Reality bends for the ones who want bad to believe in the picture the best they ever had. I don't break your sense of the world, I just lean it a few degrees off and you'll never have seen it. Nothing you saw was exactly the truth. I bent the light and you swallowed the proof. Look all you want, you'll keep missing the scene. You lived in my illusion. You called it your dream. Misdirection's just kindness in reverse. Get them a shiny to follow a blessing or curse while they're staring at the thing that I want them to see. The real move happens when they're not looking free. I don't fight your version, I feed it instead. Let the false little world grow big in your head. The strongest illusion's the one you defend, cause you built it yourself, so you'll fight to the end. To keep believing the thing that's not so, the fox just plants it, then lets it go. By the time the fog finally clears from your eyes, I'm long gone with the truth and the prize. Nothing you saw was exactly the truth. I bent the light and you swallowed the proof. Look all you want, you'll keep missing the scene. You lived in my illusion. You called it your dream. Blink and it's gone. Or was it ever there? The mind fills the gaps with whatever it needs, so I leave a few open and let the want feed. You build a whole castle from one little hint, then swear that you saw it the whole blueprint. Not lying exactly, just framing the view. You drew your own picture, I just handed the cue. The realest illusions are made out of hope. A little truth thread and you weave your own rope. I survive in the space between what ends and seems. A fox in the fog in the cracks of your dreams. Call it deceit, call it sleight of the mind. I call it the only safe place I could find. Nothing you saw was exactly the truth. I bent the light and you swallowed the proof. Look all you want, you'll keep missing the scene. You lived in my illusion and you called it your dream. Everything you're sure of, look again. You walked in on your own. Nobody dragged you. Set the trap weeks before you ever showed. Laid every piece down the length of the road. You thought you found the opening yourself. Took the bait clean off of the shelf. The best snare's the one that looks like a door. An opportunity you've been hunting for. I don't chase, I arrange and I wait. Build the whole maze, then I dangle the gate. You felt so clever stepping right through. Never clocked that the clever one was who laid out the path that you thought you chose. The snare was sprung the moment it closed. You stepped in the snare thinking you were ahead. Every move you made I'd already read. No chase, no fight, just a patient design. You walked in yourself and the trap was all mine. free, move deep while they're stuck on the one. By the time they react, the whole thing is done. I don't need to be fast if I'm already there, waiting at the end with the time to spare. Give you a win early, let it go to your head. Confidence is the rope that I let you spread. The cockier you got, the looser your guard. Walked you to the edge while you played it hard. Patience and reading, that's the whole of the craft. Allow one swing wild, I just sit and do math. Every door you opened, I'd opened it first. You were deep in my snare from the very first verse. You stepped in the snare thinking you were ahead. Every move you made, I'd already read. No chase, no fight, just a patient design. You walked in yourself, and the trap was all mine. Don't struggle, that just tightens it. There's no muscle involved in the way that I win, just knowing how people move where they've been. You're predictable, so you all want the same. Once I know what you want, I control the whole game. Dangle the thing that your eyes can't ignore, and you'll walk past every warning and more. Not cruelty, survival, I learned it out young. A small thing indoors by our wit and the strong. Can't win on power, so I win on the mind. Leave the snare set and the prey close behind. A fox eats well in a world full of teeth. By being the trap, not the thing underneath. You stepped in the snare, thinking you were ahead. Every move you made, I'd already read. No chase, no fight, just a patient design. You walked in yourself, and the trap was all mine. You walked in on your own. They always do. Sweet, aren't I? That should worry you. The soft voice does what a threat never will. Lower the guard and the room goes still. I lean in warm and I make you feel seen. The most dangerous thing in the room looks serene. Charm isn't weakness, it's a tool that I hone. The sweeter the surface, the colder the bone. You let the pretty ones get up real near. Never check the smile for the calm behind the fear. I make you comfortable, that's the whole art. You hear me, the key to the back of your heart. Without me asking, you just wanna give a charm mark. Forgets to ask why I live. The sweetest smile is the one you should fear. I charm you soft and I draw you in near. You drop every guard cause I made it feel safe. That softness was the snare, and you walked into place. You walked into place. The world rewards the ones who feel warm, so I wear it like silk and I weather your storm. Disarm the hostile with grace and a grin. Hard to keep fighting someone pulling you in. Not fake, exactly, just turned up with care. A real enough warmth with an edge underneath there. People trust beauty, they trust the soft tone. So I lead with the sweet and I keep the rest unknown. You'll defend me to others, you'll vouch for my name. Never noticing you're a piece in the game. The charm make the best unwitting allies. They'll fight for the fox with the kind gentle eyes. The sweetest smile is the one you should fear. I charm you soft and I draw you in near. You drop every guard cause I made it feel safe. That softness was the snare, and you walked into place. So warm, so kind, so careful now. There's a strength that looks nothing like strength at all. Bends like a reed so it never can fall. The charming survive where the forceful get crushed. The soft word lands where a hard one gets hushed. I learned it small in a world built for the strong. Couldn't out my here. I charm you soft and I draw you in near. You drop every guard 'cause I made it feel safe. That softness was a snare, and you walked into place. Sweet, aren't I? I told you to worry. You've never seen my face. Only the one I wear. White mask painted with a thin red line. You think it's my face, but it's just a sign. A fox mask sits where my real self hides. I show you the porcelain, keep the rest inside. Everybody's so eager to think they know me. I let them, it's safer to let them not see. The mask never flinches, never gives a thing. Behind it, I'm reading, you're studying. Convenient to face that stays perfectly still. You can't read a war that you can't see until it's far too late and the mask comes down. But by then I'm gone, just a shape out of town. You've only ever met the mask, not me. The fox face I wear is all you'll see. It never slips, never shows what's beneath. You talk to a mask and it hit my teeth. And it hit my teeth. There's freedom in the face, nobody can read. You can move through the world and nobody sees. The calculations running cold and clean. Behind the still mask, behind the serene. I don't owe you my real expression, my truth. Vulnerability's a luxury, that's the proof of the hard road walk. You learn to conceal when showing your face is the thing that gets you killed. So I painted one on that never betrays. A mask for the nights and a mask for the days. You want intimacy, you haven't earned it, and the mask stays on till you prove you can't win. You've only ever met the mask, not me. The fox face I wear is all you'll see. It never slips, never shows what's beneath. You talk to a mask and it hit my teeth. Lift it. No. That's another mask. Layers under layers, that's how I'm built. Take off one face, find another, no guilt. The ones who show everything get taken apart. I learned to keep mine like a fortress in art. Not hiding from shame, just guarding the core. A self that's too precious to set on the floor. For anyone passing to poke and to pride. The mask is the moat and the mask is the wall. Behind it I'm whole, behind it I'm all the things I don't trust you to see or to hold. A fox keeps his true face hidden and cold. Not from fear, from knowing the worth of his gold. You've only ever met the mask, not me. The fox face I wear is all you'll see. It never slips, never shows what's beneath. You talk to a mask and it kept on my teeth. Hey! You never see my face, and you never will. My road's not straight. Foxes don't walk straight lines. Never to the road they said I should take. Cut through the woods, make my own way break. The straight path for the ones who fight head on. I bend and I weave and by morning I'm gone. Not the strongest in the forest, not the fast, but somehow I'm the one who tends to last. Outthink, outwait, outpatient them all. Stay low, stay clever, never stand too tall. Survival's not glory, it's just being here when the loud and the proud all vanish this year. My way looks like cunning, looks like I cheat. I call it not dying, I call it my feet. This the clever road sticks. They look down on the ones who win with the mind. Call it dishonest, call it a crime, but the rules were written by the ones with the size. The small had to win with their wits in their eyes. I don't apologize for surviving smart. Didn't have the muscle, so I led with the heart of a strategist, reading the long game out while they swung their fists and they hollered and shout. My ways misunderstood, then that's alright. I'd rather be free than be praised in the fight. The fox walks alone, cause the fox walks aware. Most can't keep up, and I made peace with that fair. This is the fox's way, winding inside. Not the straight road, but I'm still alive. Outsmart, outlast, never fight what I can trick. The clever road's lonely, but the clever road sticks. Not straight, not loud, but still mine. Where does it lead? Somewhere I haven't seen, but I trust my own nose more than any straight scheme. The path reveals itself one turn at a time. I don't need the whole map to know it's mine. Sometimes I'll pass another who moves like me. And not no words, two foxes both free, alone but not lonely, just built to roam. The winding roads always felt more like home. Whatever comes next, I'll read it and bend, adapt and survive. That's my way to the end, not the hero's road, not the warrior's track. The fox's way, and I'm never looking back. This is the fox's way, winding inside. Not the straight road, but I'm still alive. Outsmart, outlast, never fight what I can trick. The clever road's lonely, but I walk it and it sticks.